Celtic are in League Cup action this weekend as they take on Kilmarnock at Rugby Park in a tricky encounter as we begin our cup defence. However, ahead of the clash there has been a lot of talk with regards to transfers via Fabrizio Romano, of which we will discuss in today's video, whilst also going over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours. But first, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Celtic content. Celtic have brought in several fresh faces this summer. Brendan Rodgers has added 6 players to his Parkhead ranks so far. On Wednesday evening, Swedish centre-back Gustav Lagerbilk was added to the list of Parkhead arrivals, which includes the likes of Odin Thiago Holm, Marco Tilio, Hyunjun Yang, Hyok Koo Kwon and Mark Nowocki. Several players have been brought through the door already, although many are in the opinion that there could and should be more. Indeed, seasoned Scottish football pro and pundit Marvin Bartley believes this. The Englishman spoke on Clyde One Super Scoreboard on Wednesday about the potential new arrivals at Celtic between now and the end of the season. He said, "I think it'll be an exciting one for Celtic fans now Lagerbilk has signed, and I think before this window ends add a couple more players as well. There are a few positions in the Celtic squad that could do a bolstering before the summer window slams shut, namely goalkeeper, left back and left wing. It is almost certain the club will have numerous targets in mind for each." Between now and the end of the window, Hoops fans will be hoping Bartley's words come to fruition. Should they and the correct areas of the squad are strengthened, then Rodgers' maiden transfer window back in charge will go down as a greatly productive one. The Celtic support have sold out the next 2 home fixtures well in advance as the boys look to make progress under Brendan Rodgers. And on Wednesday, testament was put to this point with the confirmation that the Hoops' next 2 home matches have sold out. There are now no tickets left for the Champions clashes with St Johnstone on the 26th of August and Dundee on Saturday the 16th of September. The fact that home matches against opposition that is not the most enticing are selling out weeks in advance goes to show the level of backing the Hoops faithful are giving the team at the minute. Despite the games being labelled as sold out, there are still usually empty seats in the stands. This is down to the numerous season ticket holders who do not turn up for a variety of reasons. Due to this, a season ticket exchange system has been suggested by many fans to allow fans to get in when others can't make it. Such a programme would only increase support inside Celtic Park each week and ensure that actual sellouts do not have empty seats. It is not something that has been proposed as of late, but going forward you never know what ideas a club may conjure up. Fabrizio Romano appears to caution Celtic fans that more of their players could leave before the end of the window. The boys have lost 2 big first-team names in Jota and Carl Starfelt this summer. Both were pivotal in the Hoops' pursuit of a treble under Ange Postecoglou. Having signed up Kyogo, Maeda and their captain Callum McGregor to long-term deals, there are still first-team players that could be up for grabs at the right price. However, at this juncture in the window, Celtic will be playing hardball with any suitors looking to take one of their top players. Speaking to Give Me Sport, Romano said, "The next few days and weeks are going to be important for Celtic to keep their players at the club. This is crucial, and they know that after Starfelt deal with Celta Vigo, it's important for them to keep the players at the club, and then we will see the next moves at the end of the window." There have been no bid for any other Celtic players as far as we're aware. However, Record Sport did report that Hatate was subject to major interest from Saudi Arabia. The Japanese midfielder could be injured and out beyond the deadline, which would quell any immediate risk of losing him until at least January. Abada looked to stick on to leave at the end of last season under Ange Postecoglou, but the aforementioned Record Sport report claims that Celtic are now looking to extend the Israeli's contract. There will certainly be some exits before the window shuts, but we're hoping these are fringe players heading out to free up the room in the wage bill. Celtic are still reportedly in the mix for a potential move for Wolves winger Daniel Podence, as they look to strengthen their attack ahead of the Champions League. With a rumoured £12 million price tag attached to the Portuguese player, Celtic may have some room to negotiate given the financial challenges Wolves are currently facing. The 27-year-old winger has caught the attention of Celtic boss Brendan Rodgers as he seeks to add some Portuguese flair to his front line. Celtic's attack has been in need of reinforcements after the departure of Jota to Al Ittihad in a £25 million transfer deal. Rodgers is reportedly keen on Podence as a potential replacement for Jota, despite the reported high asking price. Podence is entering the final year of his contract with Wolves, which could provide Celtic with some bargaining power in transfer negotiations. According to Record Sport, Wolves under the management of Gary O'Neill are facing a lack of available funds, which has hindered their ability to pursue transfer targets. To make moves for their transfer targets, Wolves need to have cash coming in the door. It is suggested that any player sales will facilitate some last-minute buys from the EPL club, making them not only willing to do a deal but a quick deal. While the £12 million price is out of question, if Podence is a player Rodgers would like to see at the club, there's a scope for bargaining. The financial restrictions at Wolves could give Celtic an advantage in negotiations and possibly lead to a more favourable deal for the Scottish champions. There are 2 weeks left of the transfer window, and while Celtic have just announced another signing, they don't look done yet. Celtic have made their final decision on the ticket allocation offered to them by Rangers for the first Glasgow derby of the season at Ibrox. According to a report in The Sun, Celtic have rejected the offer of 700 tickets for the corner of the Broomloan stand and the Sandy Jardine stand for the 3rd of September fixture. The report also says that Celtic are looking to withhold Rangers' allocation for the Parkhead fixture in December, with the Ibrox club said to have written to the SPFL to ask the governing body to intervene on the row as per the rules on the ticket allocations. The SPFL Rule I-27 states the home club must make provision for the admission of such responsible numbers of visiting supporters at every home league match and play-off match as they may be agreed in advance with the visiting club, and in the event of their being unable to agree such number, not later than 14 days prior to the date of the league match or play-off match in question. The number of visiting supporters allowed shall be determined by the board, whose decision shall be final and binding. In short, Rangers want their tickets for Celtic Park, and they have taken steps to get them. Celtic should hold firm in their ticket allocation stance. We told you back in May how Celtic's ticket allocation for Ibrox was set to be confirmed at around the 700 mark. Celtic refused the allocation for the final Glasgow derby match of last season, and they are perfectly correct in doing so once again for the fixture in September. In fact, Celtic want to return to the old allocation, but unfortunately that is something that the Ibrox club cannot offer. Celtic eventually sealed the deal to bring Gustav Lagerbielke to Glasgow this week after the club officially announced the move yesterday. The announcement brought an end to a week of speculation surrounding the player's future, and it also brings stability to not only the player but also his former club. Being linked to a club like Celtic brings a lot of news and headlines and speculation that can unsettle the player and his team. But it seems that Celtic's handling of the transfer has impressed the Swedish club's sporting director, Stefan Andersson. In a statement released on the Elfsborg website, Andersson praised Celtic and sent their former player a classy good luck message. Andersson said, "We are a club with identity and values that we cherish, and we share the ambition with our players to be able to move on and be sold to the right club in the right way. We already had a good relationship with Celtic, and they have acted in the way we want. This is one of the biggest deals we have done, and it also provides good opportunities for future revenues. We are very proud that we have a management team and environment that develops our players in the best way possible. Gustav has had a powerful development with us and also had patience when other clubs showed interest earlier in the year. Now he gets a chance, like so many others, to take another step in his career, and we thank Gustav for his time here and wish him good luck in his future career, and see you again." Celtic's actions in the deal speak volumes. Clearly they have forged a great relationship with Elfsborg, and hopefully this could stand us in a good stead for future deals, not only with Andersson's club but in Sweden as a whole. In the meantime, Celtic will be in full preparation mode for the League Cup tie against Kilmarnock this Sunday. The supporters will be keen to see a glimpse of Lagerbielke in action, and will be hoping that he makes his debut at Rugby Park. Celtic fans, what were your thoughts on our transfer business so far, and do we need any more additions? Yes or no? Let me know down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video, guys. Make sure you drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Remember guys, we have released our brand new Celtic t-shirts. We have our Brendan Rodgers Pope t-shirt and our Celtic Ultra t-shirts too. You can find them at celticapparel.com, or just go down to the link in the description. Thank you, take care, bye bye.